My name is Brad, and today we're going to cover BTCC and BPI from Grayscale, two new funds that pay out monthly selling options on my favorite subject matter, Bitcoin. If that is what you're interested in, stick around. So my name is Brad, and I've been retired now going on 9 months, coming up on that 1 year mark. And that is amazing because I was able to retire before the age of 62 or 65 or even 60, not even 59 and a half yet. I'm retired and I'm enjoying retirement. But that is enough about me. Let's talk about BTCC. BTCC is from Grayscale. Their expense ratio is 0.66. That was the first thing that caught my eye. That's actually lower than what I'm going to say for BTCI from Neos. Very interesting. The next thing about BTCC I noticed is that the fund intends to pay out the distributions of net income. They will have net income because I'm going to tell you how they're rating their calls. Secondly, and they're going to distribute any net realized capital gains to the shareholders at least annually. So that is another interesting one that they actually put on BTCC that is different than BPI. If I look at BPI, hey, it's again the expense ratio is 0.66, and they're going to write calls on their ETP that holds Bitcoin through synthetics. Why are you going to write calls on Bitcoin? First of all, Bitcoin has a higher volatility, so that means they're going to get higher premiums. BTCC is using one call strategy and BPI is using a different call strategy. If we put this on a graph, you're going to see that they're using two different strategies. Now, personal opinion, BTCC is going to have higher distributions. PBI is going to have lower distributions, but BTCC will have the get capped often. BPI wrote their calls 11% out of the money. So that tells me maybe we'll be able to capture 11% if the price of Bitcoin goes up. And Bitcoin can go up 11% in a day or thereabouts. I think they call that a God candle, but we don't see very many of those. But on a monthly basis, it can clearly go up more than that 11% where they wrote their calls. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and put this out. They're rating on 100% of their portfolio compared to BTCI. I'm expecting, first of all, BTCC to pay somewhere north of 70% on a annual basis. I see BPI paying somewhere around 50% because they're writing on 100% of their calls. When I look at that, I go back to my Bitcoin chart and I put this out there more than once. This is for BTCI, not any of the new funds. You can see that Bitcoin has to get down to $36,000 for me not to collect my 8%. Now, on BPI being 50%, that drops this well into the $20,000 range for me not to get my 8% at current price. And you can see that time of this recording that BTC is up for the day, but we don't know where BTC is actually ever going to go. I'm just showing you where it is on a chart. Let's break this down to exactly where these calls are. So they wrote this on a Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC. The synthetics are down at the bottom. When they wrote this on BTCC, they wrote it at the money, very close to at the money. On BPI, they wrote it about 11% out of the money. And that was just interesting how they wrote that. They're coming up to their first month. BTCC already went through their call. BPI, the ETF that's going to pay income, is still above GBTC when it comes to its strike price. So we're going to see how this plays out. Now, I've been running this whole entire yield max against Roundhill, and I'm going to tell you, I'm tired of it. Weekly payers just wear me out, having to go buy and do all that shuffling every single week, and that's a little much for me. So I went and said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my losses, but I'm going to put this up to the test. And I went now and I put Roundhill out of the, sold it, Yield Max, sold it, and I put BPI and BTCC into the test. And I'm still keeping my BTCI, and I still have my clause. At the end of the day, I'm going to put 80% back into the fund, and I'm going to take 20% and continue to build out clause over time. That will see how much income I can actually generate out of this. And it was starting at $1,000. You can see that my traditional IRA dropped to $800. That's what happens in the market. If I look at my Roth, I'm putting BPI and BTCI against each other, 50-50, as close as 50-50 as you can get. And we're going to just see how this plays out. 80% back into the fund and 20% back into clause. I think this will be able to generate income over the long term. It's just a test, something to do for a little bit of fun, not financial advice or any other advice. This is actually fun for Brad because he favors Bitcoin. I just can't put all my retirement into Bitcoin, but maybe you could. I can't do it. Just can't do it. So there you have it. 2 new funds written on Bitcoin. I like these monthly rates compared to the weekly rates. And I just go ahead and say it. I think the weekly rating of calls, and this is Yield Max and this is Roundhill, they're thinking that they can write weekly calls compared to a monthly call. I'm sorry. They're going to get you higher distributions. That is 100% sure. They can get you some probably higher distributions. But at the end of the day, the other guys are going to be able to write them farther out of the money. That's my personal opinion. And I will not go with any of the future contracts. So your BITO and your Maxi, just won't do it. Future contracts, we can see exactly what has happened with future contracts with other funds. I'm not going to name names, but I'm going to stay away from future contracts. So anyway, hopefully you find this entertaining and educational at the same time, because here's 2 new funds writing monthly calls, writing 100% on the fund compared to writing 50% on the fund. So we're going to see higher distributions from these, but will they get capped? Will they make losses? We're going to find out. So stick around and watch, and I'll try to give this on a monthly update when I get a chance. So, till next time, God bless.